I'm blowing down this road, dusty road. I'm a-blowing down this old dusty road. I'm a-blowing down this old dusty road, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
Yugoslavia, Yugoslavia, Yugoslavia.
I'm a-going where the water tastes like wine. I'm a-going where the water tastes like wine. I'm a-going where the water tastes like wine, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
Our friends are leaving for Yugoslavia to see the aftermath of another war, of another country that we in fact have destroyed, and Peace TV is there.
I'm going where the dust storms never blow. I'm going where them dust storms never blow. I'm going where them dust storms never blow, 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 and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
We're on the plane, a delegation of 14 of us descending into Budapest. Our destination is Belgrade, but we can't get to Belgrade because Yugoslavia is slowly being strangled by the U.S.
They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee. Yes, they say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee. They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee, Lord, Lord, but I ain't gonna be treated this way.
I think they make some experiment on this country. They try to destroy it. One building, and then after a few nights they come and destroy the same building again.
I'm looking for a job at honest pay. I'm looking for a job at honest pay.
This is Kurdilica Gorge, the bridge at Kurdilica Gorge in the town of Kurdilica, about a half hour south of Niš, where on April 12th, 1999, NATO attack planes bombed this gorge with a passenger train, this bridge on this gorge, with a passenger train on it, killing 55 passengers, including several children.
I'm looking for a job at honest pay, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
Because Yugoslavia was founded on an idea. All through history, virtually every government, including the United States, obviously, has been founded on force of arms and maintained by force of arms. Yugoslavia was founded on the idea that all of the people of that region need to strive to find a way to live together with dignity and respect and love.
My children need 3 square meals a day. Now my children need 3 square meals a day. My children need 3 square meals a day, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
We love freedom, you know. We love the way we live and everything, so I just think it's a wonderful people, you know, who is not willing to give up their country, you know, and not willing to sell it to anybody else, you know. That's the whole point, I think.
It takes a $10 shoe to fit my feet. It takes a $10 shoe to fit my feet. It takes a $10 shoe to fit my feet, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
What I want to try to thread together for you, I think, is extremely important to understand that the problems facing our planet today, including especially the nuclear arms race, which is likely, very likely, to get us all vaporized, it interlocks with Nicaragua. But even throughout that, we were trying to point out to people that it interrelates. CI covert action, the periodic wars that the United States gets into, and the nuclear arms race, they interrelate. And we can't really address one without the other.
Because my opinion of the weaponry used is vastly different from the opinion of the mainstream press and the other weapons analysts who claim that this weaponry is so very accurate. It is indeed the lie of the clean war that allows us to continue. it is the lie that America can bomb civilians with impunity, that nobody dies. It is this lie that allows this to continue. As long as the press is successful in convincing the American people that there is such a thing as a clean war, this dirty lie will allow the continued bombing of Yugoslavia. You must understand that we are dealing with a ceasefire here. And in fact, when we have a ceasefire, just as with Iraq, the door is open for continued bombing. Therefore, it is very important that the Yugoslavian people cooperate with me and with others who come into this country to document, for instance, the use of depleted uranium against civilians, the use of depleted uranium anywhere, because when we use depleted uranium, we are seeding genocide.
I'm going down this old dusty road. I'm blowing down this old dusty road. I'm a-blowing down this old dusty road, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.
I'd like to welcome, in the name of Tiny Press Agency and Tiny Press Center, our today guests, members of an American delegation, Mrs. Milintievich from Ministry of Information, and all present fellow journalists, foreign and Yugoslav.
Excited to have this opportunity to welcome my fellow Americans, as I call them, our soldiers, because you know, in America, like here, when the American aggression took place against Yugoslavia, against the Serbian people, we developed a front in the United States because the United States was the aggressor and led that aggression with NATO, the NATO countries. And these are our soldiers. We have the front lines there, and they have been with us fighting for our truth, fighting for our right to exist and to govern ourselves, to be in charge of our own home and our own house. They're a wonderful group of people. They come from different walks of life. They live in different parts of the United States. And everywhere they have organized and joined with other forces who opposed American aggression against Yugoslavia. They come here sponsored by an organization, an institution called the Jasenovac Research Institute, which has been functioning and doing quite a bit of work concerning Jasenovac and the Holocaust, which took place during World War II. They all belong to one broadly conceived organization, which is called North American Solidarity with Yugoslavia. And they come here as a delegation of that umbrella organization. They came here for 2 weeks. And in the course of those 2 weeks, they hope to be able to meet as many people and see as much as they need to get better prepared with facts in order to come back to the United States and continue the fight which they have been leading until now. They work on different fronts. They are interested in, some of them are interested in the Hague process against this aggression. Others are interested what chemicals have been used to kill the people here in the NATO bombing. Still others are interested how much economic damage was done to the country, and so on. So their fact-finding mission here is, this is the purpose of their mission here, to find the facts, to arm themselves and go back to continue the fight. So in this sense, and for that purpose, I'm delighted to greet them and welcome them here. Joe, Barry is a good friend of mine. We teach at the same university. We've known each other for a number of years and have been fighting the same battles and the same fights for these good many years. And in this sense and for that purpose, I welcome them, and I hope that you will be able to give them the coverage they deserve, because unless you know that they're here, they're not here. So the media in these kinds of situations is very important. The Ministry of The Foreign Ministry of Yugoslavia is preparing their itinerary, and they started this morning, early in the morning. This is the third session they've had so far, even though they arrived only last night. They're going to continue this pace together as much as possible and then go on. So welcome, and Barry, please.
Thank you, Rada. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here today. It seems hard to believe that there's anyone left who still believes that Yugoslavia could have been destroyed by ancient ethnic hatreds and not by the deliberate policies of the United States and its Western allies. We know that the potency of that lie, the big lie that Yugoslavia was destroyed by ancient ethnic hatreds, was greatly diminished by the reality of 20,000 tons of bombs being dropped on Yugoslavia over 78 days. But unfortunately, the big lie technique served its purpose in providing the necessary diversion for the White House, the Pentagon, and the State Department to destroy Yugoslavia, a country respected around the world for multinational unity. When investigating a crime such as this, one needs to learn both the motive and the modus operandi. Some of the best evidence for this was in the Rambouillet Agreement itself. But the modus operandi follows a pattern that should be very familiar today. Incite ethnic conflict by supporting secessionist movements, invent also a new fake history to justify this secessionist movement, finance covertly and arm these secessionists, often using the narcotics trade, exaggerate and misrepresent the suppression of that rebellion as human rights violations, and then disseminate cooked up stories or fake stories of atrocities to the human rights organizations and Jewish organizations as well, and then threaten war to defend human rights. This is a modus operandi, a pattern that fits not only Yugoslavia, but is the model for all future wars.
In school, 24 March, in school, children cry. My children cry. That day, we know. They don't believe in future. We Serb, we must stop that political in war. Russia, China, America. We must stop. How? I don't know how.
Just, here waiting. I'm waiting for the war to stop. Just waiting, just sitting here waiting for the war to stop. What war? Well, it hasn't started yet, but I'm waiting any minute it's going to start again, so I'm waiting for it to stop. Well, I'm actually trying to stop it.
You're waiting for it?
That's what I'm really trying to do, is stop the next war.
You're waiting for it to stop even though it hasn't started yet?
That's right. Well, I'm trying to, you get the picture, see? It's like inevitable that it's going to start up again, but we're trying to stop it before it starts. That's really what we're doing.
I don't know how.
I'm blowing down this road, dusty road. I'm a-blowing down this old dusty road. I'm a-blowing down this old dusty road, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way.